We are back on the same lake I fished at in my last video. I was going to try out a different lure, but I'm a little bit lazy. I already got this pinworm tied on a 1/64 ounce jig head, so I think we're going to go with this one more time. Yesterday when I fished this, I got tons and tons of bites, but from mostly some smaller fish. Lots of little bluegill, at least I think they were little bluegill. I really couldn't get their mouth around the hook area. They was kind of grabbing the tail. But we did catch a good amount of smaller largemouth bass, one really nice sized largemouth and one really nice sized bluegill. So I'm at least going to start out tossing this thing around. Hopefully we can find some bigger fish. The plan would be, or at least the goal would be, some bigger bluegills. They should be coming in this time of year to spawn, so hopefully closer to shore we can get some larger fish. That's the plan. Now let's see if we can make it happen. Alright, so here is a little bit better look at the lure. It's a 1.9 inch Nikko Pin Worm, watermelon red flake color. It's a very, very little slim presentation. However, I have caught some bigger fish on this, so it just goes to show you that you don't need big lures to catch big fish. But we'll swim this back to us slowly. Tons of algae on this lake, just like yesterday. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, like that. Look at that first fish on the first cast. It's a little largemouth. So look at that, we are picking up right where we left off. A little dinky of a largemouth on the first cast. So somewhat of a good sign because the fish are biting, but hopefully we can find some bluegills and not just a bunch of these guys like we caught yesterday. Go, fish on. That feels like a bigger one. Another largemouth, but a bigger one. Putting up a good fight on this extra ultralight Daiwa Presso with some 3-pound fluorocarbon. He's pulling drag. I don't want him to get wrapped up in all that junk that's out there. That's going to be a challenge to get him in after that. He's going toward the lily pads. Alright, we're gaining some ground. This is a nice fish. Let me reach down here and grab him. It's not huge, but for our second fish of the day, it's not a bad one. Yeah, so look at this guy. I mean, it's not a big bass, but it's a okay size one. Normally, if you're targeting these guys, you're gonna fish with something bigger, but that little pinworm attracts these guys just as well. So nice little largemouth bass. We got 2 of these guys on maybe, I don't know, less than 10 casts. So pretty good action so far to start. Here we go, another one. Feels like another decent one. Is it a largemouth though? Hopefully we can find out. No, it's a nice bluegill. That's what we're going after. Nice size copper-nosed bluegill. Yeah, so this is what we're going after. A beautiful, big, adult copper-nosed bluegill. The small ones are a little bit of a nuisance, but when they get to this size, they are a great fish to catch. Just beautiful colors, and they fight pretty well on lighter gear. So another nice fish on the Nikko Pin Worm. We'll get it back, and hopefully we get a couple more guys of this size. There we go, fish on. Looks like another bluegill. About the same, maybe a little smaller, but it's another adult. This guy's pulling well too. A little bit smaller. Let's get him on up here. Yeah, so this guy got covered in some grasses. He flopped around all over the place. But another pretty nice looking adult copper-nosed bluegill. So it's only about 18 hours after I filmed my last video. I'm fishing the same lake, the same spots, same lure, same everything, same retrieve. Only difference is it's a little bit earlier in the day. And the action is better than it was yesterday. Actually, I shouldn't say that. The action is about the same. I'm getting the same amount of bites. However, all those small bluegill that were pestering me yesterday don't seem to be here. And instead, we're getting a couple larger bluegills and some bass. So just a nice steady retrieve, trying to keep this up off the bottom where all that algae is. Seems to be producing results. Oh, there we go, little guy. Look at this thing. Hit right on the edge of that little algae pile and grass line. So first tiny bluegill of the day. Got a couple of these guys yesterday and got tons of hits from them this size. Only got maybe 2 or 3 hits from these guys today, and we caught one little guy. So I'm gonna drop him back and let's keep fishing. Here we go, little guy. What is this? Little largemouth. Hit right on the edge of that lily pad pile. Yep, so I'm still hoping for some more bigger bluegill. We got 2 today, but besides that, got a couple little dink bass and 1 nice bass. So we'll get this guy back and we'll try to get ourselves another nice little panfish. That's another nice fish. Let's see what this is. I think it's a largemouth. Oh, it's not a nice fish at all. It's a little dink. He pulled really, really well to start. Yeah, so this guy pulled a really nice amount of drag and put a nice bend in the rod to start. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than this, but just another dink like we've caught so many of the last 2 days. There we go. Now this should be a nicer fish. What is it though? Is it a bluegill? Might be a nice bluegill. Oh yeah, look at this guy. This is a fatty of a bluegill. This is what we're going after. Look at this guy, beautiful fish. Yes or no, this is the fish we're targeting. Beautiful dark colors on this one. Nice male bluegill. This is exactly what I'm going after, exactly what I want. The perfect size to hit this little pinworm. So beautiful fish. We'll take a quick pick and then we'll get this guy back. This is a beauty. Look at those colors on the head. All right, so I am pretty happy with the way today went. Have been fishing here for less than an hour, and I don't have a lot of time this morning. So I think I'm gonna try to catch 1 more fish. Hopefully it's a nice bluegill like that last one, and then we'll call it a day. But once again, the Nikko pinworm produced a very nice amount of hits, and today the fish were a little bit better than the ones I was catching yesterday. There we go, fish on. Little largemouth. I think we might call it on this one. Let's take a quick pic of this guy and let him go. Alright guys, so that is going to do it. I just checked my camera, 41 minutes. I was only recording for 41 minutes, and in 41 minutes of fishing, I think I had a really good day. A couple of largemouths, one of them was a good size, several bluegills, and again, 3 of them were a really nice size, exactly what I was going after, something I didn't really get yesterday. Everything came on the Nikko Pin Worm, and this is the same soft plastic I used yesterday. So I always talk about the durability of Nikko lures, and I mean, you cannot break this. This one's tearing just a little bit, but look at how many fish I caught today and yesterday, and it's still in great shape. And look how thin this is. Any other soft plastic would have been broken off by now. Sometimes I have to replace a soft plastic after only 1 or 2 fish. This thing will last dozens of fish, and it's still even got those red flakes in the tail. So very, very nice little finesse lure, 1.9 inches, catches fish of all different sizes. Thankfully, the smaller fish kind of stayed away today. They didn't just pick at the tail like yesterday, and we got some nicer sized bluegills. So very, very nice day, and all the fish put up a really nice fight on my extra ultralight Daiwa Presso combo. Daiwa Presso rod, reel, and some 3-pound Daiwa fluorocarbon. Really, really nice sensitive setup so I can feel every little hit on the pinworm. So yeah, really nice day. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.